So again, we see that the Most High delivered them out of this fire because they was obedient and they was directly in it. Now that was hard to be obedient to. Let's jump to their counterpart, to their homie. Let's go to Daniel 6. Start at verse 1.
The book of Daniel, chapter 6 and verse 1.
Now we're going to see, hold on, my bad.
Go ahead.
We're going to see one thing now. This is all about worship. That's what this is all about. You can sum the whole Bible up or the book up with one word: worship. The Most High wants it and Satan wants it. The Most High tell you exactly. He got it spelled out, what I want you to do. But the adversary has to trick you most of the time. Some people just wicked is all outdoors and they do it willingly. So this stuff is all about worship. Go ahead, read.
The book of Daniel, chapter 6 and verse 1. It pleased Darius to set over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom. And over these 3 presidents, of whom Daniel was first.
Let's show you the president don't really got too much power. Because this king got different presidents in different places. Same thing. Do your history, my people.
Like the Pope?
Exactly. Do your history, my people. Read.
That the princes might give accounts unto them, and the king should have no damage. Then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes, because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king thought to set him over the whole realm.
So Daniel has got more favor than the Babylonians. And of course they don't like that. So they come up with a scheme to get at Daniel. Read.
Then the presidents and princes sought to find occasion against Daniel.
So they done fought to find something against Daniel. Read.
Concerning the kingdom, but they could find no occasion or fault. For as much as he was faithful, neither was there any error or fault found in him.
So right here, these wicked other presidents are trying to come up with something to catch Daniel up in. They're trying to find a loophole on him to take him down.
So you mean to tell me our righteous foreparent Daniel back in the days is following the same thing that the one we know as Paul said, like, you know, basically I have not offended man or the Most High.
Right.
This brother was that diligent.
Absolutely. Read.
Verse 5. Then said these men, we shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his power.
Concerning the Torah.
Wow.
That's the only way we can get him. We got to get him through Torah. We can't get him on none of this other stuff, but we can get him through his power, through his God, so to speak. Read on.
Then these presidents and princes assembled together to the king and said unto him, King Darius live forever. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors, princes, counselors, and captains have consulted together to establish a royal statute and make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any Elohim or man for 30 days except you, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions.
So if you do this, if it ain't to him, throw him into the lion's den. Again, Daniel's faith and obedience is about to be greatly tested. Jump down to verse 10.
Verse 10. Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem.
Now this shows you some strength right here. Daniel could have left his windows closed. But instead of hiding, he still prayed the same way he prayed all the times before. with the windows open. And he know that they trying to get him. That's why it says, now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, so he knows it.
It didn't went through Congress. It's been passed. The bill is on the books.
Exactly. So again, he knows it. He still went into his chambers and prayed the same way, knowing they trying to get him. Read.
He kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his power as he did before time. Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his power.
So they all at the bottom. Look, look. See that? Daniel up there praying. And he ain't doing it. He ain't doing it to you, Darius. Assembled. A conspiracy. Go ahead. Read.
Verse 12. Then they came near and spake before the king concerning the king's decree. Have you not signed a decree that every man that shall ask a petition of any god or man within 30 days, save you, O king?
Didn't you sign a decree saying that nobody can pray to nobody else except it to be you? You just signed that, right? Read.
The king answered and said, the thing is true, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which alters not. Then answered they and said before the king, that Daniel, which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regards not you, O king.
So he don't even listen to you. That Daniel, one of them Hebrews, them nappy head ones, he won't listen. Read.
Regards not you, O king, nor the decree that you have signed, but makes his petition 3 times a day. Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored to the going down of the sun to deliver him.
Now, Daniel already, Darius knows what he didn't sign. He didn't even want to do this.
Right.
But these wicked presidents set this up. That's why he's grieved in his spirit right now. Because he don't even want to do this. But watch what he's telling. Read.
Then these men assembled unto the king and said unto the king, Know, O king, that the law of the Medes and Persians is that no decree or statute which the king establishes may be changed. Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, Your power whom you serve continually, he will deliver you.
So right here, Darius already knows it. Your power, he gonna deliver you. He already knows it. And he not even an Israelite.
Exactly.
Read.
And a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den. And the king sealed it with his own signet and with the signet of his masters, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel.
Jump to verse 19.
Verse 19. Then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of lions.
So he didn't got up super early. Like I got to go down there and see what had happened with Daniel. Read on.
And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living power, is your power whom you serve continually able to deliver you from the lions?
Read on.
Then Daniel said unto the king, O king, live forever.
Wait a minute. So he's in there alive. Even with the stone over the thing, the lions ain't touched him. Guess what? He was obedient.
Exactly.
His faith kept him obedient. And the Most High delivered him. Read.
Verse 22. My power has sent his messenger and has shut the lion's mouth, that they should not hurt me. For as much as before him, innocency was found in me.
Innocency was found in me. I'm a just man. I was praying to the Most High. I was being diligent. I was being obedient to the Most High. That's what he was doing. Read.
And also before you, O king, have I done no hurt.
I haven't done nothing to nobody. Read.
Then was the king exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed.
He did what?
He believed.
He believed. He had faith in who?
In the Most High.
See that? That'll show you something right there. He had faith in the Most High. His faith kept him obedient. Again, this stuff is all about worship. That's what this stuff is all come down to. Now, we all know the story of 70 AD and how that took place. But most people don't know is, why did the Romans come in and sack Jerusalem? Why did this happen? Well, we're going to go through some history and show you why this took place. Go ahead, start reading that.
What was the Great Revolt? The Great Revolt took place from 66 to 70 CE.
From 66 to 70 CE, before the Common Era. Go ahead.
And was the first of 3 major Israelite rebellions against the Romans.
3 rebellions against the Romans. Now, what made our people rebel against the Romans? Let's see. Read.
Why the revolt happened. It isn't hard to see why the Israelites revolted against Rome. When the Romans occupied Israel in 63 BCE, life for the Israelites became increasingly difficult for 3 major reasons.
Life became increasingly difficult for the Israelites. Let's see why. Read.
Taxes, Roman control over the high priest, and the general treatment of the Israelites by the Romans.
High taxes. Ain't that what we hear these politicians talk about all the time? I want to cut taxes. I'm going to do this. It never happens. High taxes. Read.
Ideological differences between the pagan Greco-Roman world and the Israelite belief in one God were also at the heart of political tensions that eventually led to the revolt.
Read on.
Well, another key element as well, when it said the Romans' control over the high priest was one of the main things that instilled anger upon our foreparents. And don't we see that today, Israel? These people control all these pastors and laymen today through such instruments as what?
The 501c3.
Ready?
Yep, yeah.
No one likes being taxed. But under Roman rule, taxation became an even more vexing issue. Roman governors were responsible for collecting tax revenues in Israel, but they wouldn't merely collect the amount of money due the empire. Instead, they would hike up the amount and pocket surplus monies. This behavior was allowed by Roman law.
So, the way they're doing it right now is Obama and the rest of them is giving $66 billion to Enron and Goldman Sachs. They're robbing people directly in their face, but you can't do anything about it because the law protects these people. Can't do nothing about it. Go ahead.
Another upsetting aspect of the Roman occupation was the way it affected the high priest, who served in the temple and represented the Israelite people on their set-apart days. Although Israelites had always selected their high priest, under Roman rule, the Romans decided who would hold the position.
Same thing. They decide who's in there. Mm-hmm. They gave you Obama. They gave you your pastors. They're over it. That's why it's called the mother of harlots.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
As a result, it was often people who conspired with Rome that were made high priests.
It was people that was with them, that conspired with them, that's supposed to be on your behalf, but really working for the enemy. Read on.
Thereby giving those trusted least by the Israelite people the highest position in the community.
Go ahead.
Then the Roman Emperor Caligula came to power, and in the year 39 CE, he declared himself a god.
Wait a minute. This sounds awful familiar. On y'all own time, go back and read Ezekiel